go on the radio station to go do my weekly show. Jamie Varner talks MMA, talks other sports, whatever. But it's the Fan AM 1060.
Good morning to you, 3 past the hour. Drew and Jordan back with you here on the Fan AM 1060. Special guest back in studio. It's been a while since he sat across the table from us, but he's WEC superstar Jamie Varner. Going to be talking with us every single Thursday. He's going to be joining us in studio once again, talking MMA as he gets ready for his next fight. We'll obviously talk a lot of the big MMA headlines, but good to have you back, man.
It's good to be back. I don't really like waking up this early in the morning, but
This early. It's 9 o'clock.
Well, I've been up for 4 hours.
well, it's not that early anymore because I've been swimming at ASU and we our practice is at 6 a.m. So
What time is first practice at the gym?
10 a.m. So I have to wake up at 9 for that, but like I said, I've been swimming at ASU and I've been waking up at like 5:15 to get to practice by 6. That's rough.
Well, you brought Jeff, your website video guy, with you today. Did he wake you up? Was he like at your house knocking on your door saying, "Dude, get up"? Because I know how you are. Every time we've ever gone anywhere, I show up and you're either sleeping, naked, or both. So it's a matter of me waiting some period of time until you're ready to leave. So did he get you up today?
You know, he has to wait.
He has to wait too.
There's the Jamie factor, but my alarm clock went off at 8:20. And I hit snooze, of course.
Of course.
Absolutely.
I hear him knock on my door, probably like 8:25. Knock on my door, waking me up. I'm like, oh my god, I do not want to do this. So, walk into the shower, take a shower, made myself some breakfast. Now here I am.
Did you let him in before, or you just keep him outside?
No, the door's open.
Oh, okay.
He just walks right in.
Yeah, I mean, Jamie Varner lives there. I mean, if the door's, what are you gonna do? If the door's wide open, what are you gonna come in and steal something? Good luck. Good luck.
You'd have the best chance of coming in. And, like, maybe me being somewhat happy at night. If you want to rob me at night because I'm probably in a decent mood. You come in the morning, you're a dead man.
Yeah, for sure. You're right.
You're a dead man.
I love it. Again, WEC superstar Jamie Varner joining us, doing an hour of MMA talk with us. We're going to talk about some other sports in the next segment and mix some things up, get Jamie's opinion on the sports world. But for now, all MMA. Jamie, real quick, let's catch our fans up with what's going on with you. We've talked to you a couple of times since your last fight. You've got another fight coming up. June 19th or 20th? June 20th in Edmonton. The WEC going to Canada. You're going to fight Kamal Shalarus, a guy who's undefeated in the WEC so far. He's had some pretty impressive fights. What do you think about this fight? What do you think about the WEC going to Canada? You know, how excited are you for this opportunity? I mean, just kind of walk us through what's been going on with you a little bit.
Well, that was a lot of questions.
Well, you got a lot of answers.
Okay, well, I'm undefeated in Canada, which is good.
There you go.
I fought there twice when I was 19 years old, so I like to keep that streak alive. Kamal Shalarus is a very tough guy. He was a national champ over in Iran for wrestling. He was also Olympic alternate for Great Britain's wrestling team. So, I mean, he's by far the best, most decorated wrestler in the WEC, and he'll be by far the best wrestler I've ever gone against. With that being said, his striking, it seems a little sloppy, but it's effective. I mean,
It's worked so far.
Yeah, a lot of his fights have ended in knockout, TKO. His last fight, where I fought Ben Henderson, he fought Dave Jansen. They had a knockdown, drag-out war, and he ended up winning that fight mostly on his feet. So he's a tough dude. I think we're very similar in the fact that we're both wrestler-boxers. I just think I'm a better boxer than he is. And
you also think you're a better wrestler.
No, I don't think I'm a better wrestler. I think he may have me in that area. And he can have it. It's not a wrestling match. But as far as the striking goes, I feel that I definitely have the advantage in the striking. I've been boxing for a really long time, and then even my kickboxing has gotten really good. And I didn't really get to showcase it in my past few fights, but I think this is like a tailor-made opponent for me.
And you fought in Canada before. You like fighting in Canada?
Yeah, well, I don't really mind. The people are nice. Like, honestly, like, the Canadian fans are so passionate about their sports. And we're going to Rexall Place, where the Edmonton Oilers play. Dude, but I've been training too hard. I mean, I was back in the gym. I fought Ben on Sunday. I was back in the gym on Tuesday. So I've been training a long time. And like I said, I think Kamal is a perfect opponent for me to come back and on my road back to that title.
Everybody talks about ring rust, and you took about a year off because of some injuries and because of some problems with getting the right fights at the right time, and it ended up being about a year that you were off from the Cowboy Cerrone fight up to the Ben Henderson fight in January in Sacramento. Everybody talks about ring rust, and everybody brings that up. Is that something that's real? And if it is real, did it affect you in your fight against Ben?
Well, I mean, I was lightweight champion, dude. I can't have excuses going into these fights, and and unfortunately, when you're a champion, you don't really have time to worry about ring rust or any of that stuff. I had done all the right things to become the champion, and the fact that I had suffered some injuries. I was out for a year. I came in and I fought a very tough Ben Henderson, but I should have won that fight. I had a lot of opportunities to win that fight, but instead I made a mistake, and Ben was good enough, and he capitalized on it, man. So my hat's off to Ben for being a tough fighter.
You always go in. Obviously, the first thought is to win the fight.
Yeah.
Second thought, put on a show. Is that the second thought, or is it all kind of just bundled up into one? Like, I want to win this fight. I want to do it by throwing a ton of punches.
I just go out there and I fight. We got a game plan that we work on before the fight, and I just go out there and I try and execute the game plan to the best of my ability without, losing, my mental awareness. And that's what happened in my last fight. I got too anxious. I was so worried about, trying to put on a show for the fans, trying to chase Ben around and, force him to engage, making an exciting fight. And sometimes you can't, people won't fight your fight. And so you just kind of got to go with the flow. And that's one thing I took from that Ben fight. No matter how hard I try and push the action, sometimes people are just smart and they don't want to engage you. They don't want to fight your fight. So, the game plan.
Are you comfortable with your jits if this fight goes to the ground against a great wrestler like Kamal?
I'm really fortunate in our gym at Arizona Combat Sports. We have Gustavo Dantes and Steve Rosenberg, the two black belt instructors that are at our gym, and I'm lucky, man. I feel really confident on the ground. I've been doing jiu-jitsu a long time. I'm a purple belt, minus getting caught in a guillotine, which, even the best black belts get caught in submission. So I feel really confident. As far as my jiu-jitsu game goes, if he takes me down, I feel that I can finish him on the ground.
You can follow Jamie on Twitter. It's at Jamie Varner. Or find him on Facebook, Jamie Varner Fan Club. Also, JamieVarner.com. Am I missing anything?
Pretty much anything Jamie Varner, you can find me.
just look
Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, my website.
I love that you tweet that, hey guys, follow my mom, at Varner's mom on Twitter. Did she want a whole bunch of your crazy fans being her Twitter friends? Or, what exactly, or do you just do that to be funny?
My mom is my biggest fan. She loves to just be involved in any fight that you've heard of mine. You hear that loud screeching sound, Jamie, kick his ass. That's my mom. So, I could hear her when I'm in the octagon. I could when I'm rewatching my fights on TV. I can hear.
You can hear when you're actually involved in a fight.
My last fight with Ben, I could hear my mom.
Well, your mom was right in your corner. They gave her seats where she could have easily. She was 10 feet from your corner.
It was so funny. I think I had Ben in a front headlock, and I hear my mom just scream, and I just started smiling because it was just so funny. I couldn't believe it. But she gets involved, and I got her a Twitter for her Mother's Day present.
Well, that's what you got. You set her up a Twitter.
Set her up a Twitter.
So that she can talk to your fans.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's one of those things, the gift that you make is better than the one that you buy. So I thought it was kind of creative. I got my mom a Twitter. So she can follow me, Uriah, anybody else.
Okay, I suppose. She can hang out with your MMA buddies. Some of us. She's active on Facebook. She's a fan of Drew and Jordan on Facebook. She comments on some things she likes when you're on the radio. I know that much.
My mom is super fan.
WEC
I thought that was
superstar getting ready to fight here in a couple of weeks. Not too long from now, as he's full swing in training camp mode right now, which I'm sure is pretty exciting for you, getting ready to get back into that octagon.
It's great, man.
He misses hanging out with me, though.
Oh, for sure.
There's no doubt about that.
For sure. He got a Friday night off, and I had to go and drink water and be DD and babysitter. I couldn't even party with my buddy.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Alcohol, me? I don't even know what you're talking about. I love it when you're in training camp. Honestly, it keeps me from being too rowdy too much because I like that you guys are always ready to go. I'm excited for this fight. I think this fight is great and set up for you to not only win, but to win back a ton of fans by the way that you can win this fight. I think that Kamal, as rowdy as he is, I think that he likes the fact that he's thrown a lot of heavy leather, and he kind of likes to forget that he's a wrestler when he gets in there, and I think that's going to benefit him.
Just finished up with the radio show. On my way to the gym, got to do a little Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training. Then after that, I have my strength and conditioning with Ryan Johnson. But the radio show was really good. Talked about pretty much everything. Talked a little bit about MMA, talked about my upcoming fight. Yeah, pretty good morning so far.